Okay, I think the problem is majorly cultural and also the manpower. You understand? In Nigeria, it's more like the kidney transplant is the one that really attract the most attention in terms of that when somebody is ill or that the kidney is failing, a lot of family members are involved in terms of the finance, in terms of so many things. You weigh the family down. And some will even go ahead selling their properties in order to even manage it, not even to have a transplant. Because dialysis on its own is a very expensive venture. And you know, this patient, for them to even be alive, they have to be dialyzing at least 2 to 3 times in a week. And each cost of that transplant ranges between 40 to 50 something thousand per session. You understand? So it attracts a lot of empathy, it attracts a lot of financial responsibility on the patient, the relative, and even the community. So at the end, at times, after doing all these things, you see the patient even dead. That's the worst aspect of it, because some of them, during the dialysis, when they do 1 or 2 or 3 sessions, they might not be able to sustain. And the patient has sold everything he has. So if you cannot sustain it, and the governments, most of the time, they will, okay, insurance, we give maybe 1 or 2 or 3 sessions. They would, I think, maximum of 6. That's what they give. Then they will tell you it's a chronic illness. So the patient will go ahead and stay, or maybe start absconding from the hospital, or stop coming to hospital for clinical appointment and other things. Before you know it, the patient is dead. So it's as serious as that. So that's why most of the attention is focused on kidney transplant. Then other aspect of organ transplantation, like liver transplant. So many people are also trying to venture into it. Like liver transplant is more technical than the kidney transplant. Like in kidney transplant, you say, okay, the patient, the donor can just give one of his kidney and the other one can sustain. You understand? But in liver, the bleeding, the complication is higher than what you get. So before you go into that aspect, you have to be well prepared. That's number one. Then other aspect of transplant, corneal transplant, I think people are also doing it. But because of the fact that a lot of financial burden is attached to kidney transplant, and also the criminality surrounding it, where people do some illegal things.
Because of the circumstances.
Yes, because of the circumstances. Because everybody is struggling to survive. So you see them cutting corners, trying to do it. At the end, they will still not be okay. You understand?
No.